The one problem, there are two problems actually. The first problem I'm going to show you is called the reverse problem. Okay, the reverse percents problem. So what happens here? Let's look at the idea of percents first. Okay, let's say you've got a bag. Okay, you've got a bag. Okay, and this bag costs, let's say, $350. Okay, now let's say its price goes up by 10%. Okay, then there's a variety of ways of calculating it, but pay attention to what I'm doing here, right? It's going to help you. You can do it in a variety of ways, but think about it this way. Okay, excellent, well done, Griffin. So you've got the old price here, right, and the new price here. Now this is easy. Many of you are going to do 10% of 350. Many of you are going to do 10% of 350. You're going to get $35. Then you add the 35 to 350 and you're going to get 385, right? That's okay. But here's a formula which is going to help you to solve the reverse problem, which is what SAT asks you. It never asks you this. It asks you the reverse problem. But so pay attention, okay? The new price, this price is going to be equal to the old price times 1 plus the percent value here, okay? So that's going to be 0.1, okay? Remember this because it's going to be useful in the problem that we're just going to be solving, okay? So the new is equal to old times 1 plus this, okay? And so now the old, right, is 350, right? Now all you got to do is just add this 1.1, right? So you do 350 times 1.1. Let's go over here and do 350 times 1.1, okay? So 350 times 1.1 is immediately going to give you 385, right? Which is what many of you did it already, right? Many of you did this already. But now, here's the deal, folks, all right? Now I'm going to tell you what the SAT asks you, okay? So pay attention. This is one of the last important things. Again, you could easily add up to 100 points just in this word problems piece, okay? Now, how do you do it, right? You've got a bag, right? Now the price is going up by, let's say, 20%, maybe 15%, right? Now, the new price, guys, is, I'm going to give you this new price, it's 450. The new price is 450, right? And they're asking you the old price, okay? Now you're going to use the same formula. You're going to use new is equal to old times 1 plus the percent value, right? Which is 0.15. Okay, and try to calculate what's the old price. Why? How do you know this? You can do it this way. 450 is equal to old times 1.15, right? So I'm not gonna, let me see how many can solve this. Well done, well done. Some people are getting it. Excellent. Well done, CG. Well done, Martin. Well done, Thomas. Yes. So remember, you've got over here, you've got this new, right, is equal to, the new is equal to old times 1.15, right over here. So 1.15, and then you've got old, which is, you don't know what it is, right? Times 1.15, and the new is equal to 450. So now the old is equal to 450 over 1.15, okay? And that value is 391.30. Right? So remember how you got to do it. Don't do it weirdly. Like some people like to do 450 times 1 minus 0.15. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. Don't do it this way. It's got to be done this way. Okay. Okay, 391. Because look at it this way: 391.30. When you increase it by 15%, if you try it 1.15, you're gonna get 450. Right? So try that. 391.30. Right, 391.30 times 1.15. That should give you 450, right? That's roughly 450. So that's how you got to do it. Okay, this is the correct way to do these problems. Don't do it this way. Okay, now let me ask you this another question over here, right? How are you going to do this problem? How are you going to apply this idea if the price decreases? Okay, how are you going to apply this idea if the price decreases? So remember, what you got to do here, I'm going to use a different ink. I know, thanks for your patience. This is an important part, right? Many people have asked for years and years, how do I do word problems? So these are the selected gems that I've chosen for you, okay? Now, think about it like this. You got a bag and the price actually goes down by, let's say, 30%, Okay, so now what do? The new, guys, new, pay attention here, please. New is equal to old times 1 minus, okay? It's 1 minus. Don't do 1 divided by all of that. It's 1 minus, okay? So remember this, stick it in your head, right? Like this should stick. New is equal to old times 1 minus 30%, okay? All right, so now let me give you another problem, okay? This problem over here, okay? Let's see. And then we're gonna solve the actual SAT problem, and you're gonna see why I'm talking, why I've been screaming, right? My voice out over here. Let's see. Let's say the price decreased now, and now the price became 310. Okay, so find the original price. Remember, this is your old value. This is your new value, and new is equal to old. Remember, it's always multiplied. New is equal to old times something, okay? And this is 1 minus 30%, okay? Remember, the 30% is going to be written as 0.3, and then try to solve this problem, okay? See if you can solve it. And once you get it, try to check the answer as well, but see what you get. Well done, CG. Yes, excellent job. Yes, Dev. Safia is nice. Jovina, well done. So yeah, try it, guys. So now you know why it's called the reverse problem, right? Because you have to kind of like go around. There's no other way. Ask your friends if you can. Yes, you divide it. Yes, exactly right. So that's it. That's it. Well said. Well said. So new is equal to, that means 310 is equal to old times 0.7. Okay, and then so old is equal to 310 over 0.7. Okay, and then you try to calculate this. So 310, remember percents is so important in your life, okay? 0.7, that's 442.86, okay? So therefore the answer is 442.86. Yes, eventually in these answers, you're gonna have to divide by this guy, which is originally 1 minus this, okay? And here it was 1 plus. So remember, at the end, you're gonna divide. At the start, just remember this formula. New is equal to old plus or minus, okay, depending on if it's increase or decrease, okay? This is an important problem, guys. If you're not able to understand, email me later in the day. Email me tonight itself. If you didn't understand, I'll explain it to you again, okay? Watch this piece now, okay? Let's do some word problems here. Same type of problems, okay? So let's try. I'm going to give you the exact same problems, okay? So remember, the SAT is going to trick you with some weird kind of answers right at the top, right at the start, okay? So, but one of these answers is correct. Just use this formula. I've given you the formula, so use that one, okay? The problem is coming up in just a quick second. I know. This session is a bit longer today. Because we are kind of doing all of these problems, and I want you guys to succeed in this, right? So, all right, so try this problem. Remember, new is equal to old times 1 plus a percent. And you might be asked to calculate old, okay? So which is new, which is old is up to you. Nice, Martin. Well done, CG, Jovina. The vibe of this class is amazing. This is great. Remember, all of these problems, the problems that I've shown you, 90% of the problems that I've shown you, 90% of these problems have actually been on these tests. Some of them on the practice test, some of them on the real test, right, which are publicly available, right? So you are actually practicing the problems that are meant to be practiced, okay? I'm not picking up some problem just from the imagination of my mind, okay? These are some real problems that have occurred, and they are bound to occur again and again, right? And what I have done, I've put up all of these problems in this sheet over here, right? I've collected the word problems here, collected the linear equations over here. Then there's a big circle section over here. That's the circle section over here, guys. Yes, that's the circle section over here, guys, right? So all of these sections are important, right? All of these sections are going to be important. I've selected all of these problems and we've explained all of this, right? And that section's coming again for those of you who've just joined, okay? So yes, many people have asked for reading, writing. I'm going to show you how you do reading, writing sections, okay? I'm going to do that. That's part of this series, right? That's kind of like the bonus. That's like the hush kind of thing over here, right? Where I just give you a gift for free because many people ask it, and I do these sessions as well. So I'll show you how to do the history passages, right? That's the headache part, right? The history. So anyway, so here we are. So let's think about it, right? Be careful on solving these. Like, how do you solve it, right? I'm going to write down the equation right now, and those who have actually solved it, I'm going to give you the next problem first, okay? So that you're focused here. Let me give you the next problem here. The solve, okay? And here's the next problem for all of you. And I'm going to solve this pairs problem right now. But for those of you who are having trouble with the pairs problem, pay attention to me. The others can solve this next problem. Okay, so the others can solve this problem while I'm going to solve this problem over here. Remember, the only thing you got to remember, folks, is new is equal to old plus 1 if it's an increase, minus 1 if it's a decrease, right? So now, type A trees, right? They produce 20% more pairs than type B. So what does it mean? The number of trees is over here, B, whatever this tree is, and A is 20% more, right? So that's like this, right? So this is your old and this is your new, right? Now, all you're gonna do, once you identify which is your old and which is your new, right? All you gotta do is you gotta write down this formula. New is equal to old times 1 plus this percent. This percent value is 20%, right? You're gonna write down this way, right? You're gonna write it down. This is new is equal to old times 1 plus 0.20, right? Now, the old is not given to you. Remember, I told you to do this reverse thing, right? You're given the new, right? Which is 144. So you're gonna write down 144 is equal to old times 1.2. Okay. Okay. 144 is equal to old times 1.2, right? And so the old, again, like many of you said, you're gonna have to divide in the end, right? So the old times 1.2 is 144, right? So old times 1.2 is 144, right? And so the old is gonna be 144 over 1.2, right? And then you can go over here. Of course, you're gonna use your calculator. Remember, you need to understand how to use a calculator, right? 144 over 1.2 is 120, right? And that's why this is your correct answer, right? Now, this one, the same way, right? Remember what it's given over here. An unknown element is 20% less than that of calcium. Remember, it's like the new price is 20% less than that of the old. So you're gonna have calcium here. I always like to draw these arrows here, negative 20% over here, right? And then you're gonna have the new price over here, the new element over here, the unknown, right? So how do you do this now? Again, new is equal to old. Just memorize this. This is this one, like some of you already gotten like 50 to 75 points just by paying attention in this 80-minute class, right? 1 minus 0.2, right? And now what do you got? You have the calcium is 40, right? So you can do the 40 and then you can get your answer. This time it was easy actually. It's 40 times 1 minus 0.2. I didn't realize it was actually, right? So it's 40 times 0.8, which is 32, right? So you got this answer easily. So well done on this, okay? And remember, this is the harder problem. Sometimes you get these easier problems as well, right? So be careful what is asked. Okay, so remember we did ton of problems today, right? And if you get even 70%, if you get even half of them, you're good. Remember, we started with those X problems, those X and Y problems. Then we went to the linear equations, right? Understanding like the height of the dog or something, right? The height is equal to, what was it? 2a plus 5 or something. That's this piece, and this piece are important. This is the increase and this is the initial price, right? And then after this, we went and did some rates problems, right? Remember ratio problems actually, where you put in the ratio is equal to the ratio. Then we did the rates problem, right? This one is easy for you. And then we did the conversion problem. Remember, watch the conversion piece. Okay, this one could be an easy 15 points for you. Okay, and then we did some percent problems. Okay, now just a little bit of the piece of the word problems is remaining. I'm going to close the session very soon, and that's the percents. Okay, so that's a percents problem over here. Maybe it's not inside over here, but that the percent, like a table and stuff like that, that's going to be covered the next time. Okay, so I've pretty much run out of time, and thanks for your patience, folks. So I'm going to close the class. Once again, if you have any questions, let me know, right? Remember, this class is all about practice sessions, right? The people who are posting the answers, they have done these sessions and now they have mastered these, right? So that's why things are going easy for them. Okay, and remember, the problems are repeated again and again and again, right? So I'm posting this link because somebody's asking for it again. Remember, you click on this link, then once you click on it, you're gonna arrive at this page right over here, right? And this is a one-time fee, right? Just $95 for more than 20 hours. You're probably gonna get tons of it, and there is no real ending, right? Like if you ever wanna join again, it's totally free for you. Just let me know after 3 months, you say, oh, I want to join this again. Yes, you can join it and watch these entire videos. Remember, the problems are going to be different because they're all coming from my head, right? So many of the problems are going to be different. The explanation is going to be slightly different, right? So you can watch it again, and sometimes you learn better when you watch the whole thing again, right? And video sessions are for free. You've got cheat sheets, a whole lot of stuff for my subscribers, okay? So thanks again. I know it was a long session, right? So once you're done, right? So ask me any questions, but otherwise I'm just gonna look at the bricks problem for someone, but you're welcome. Okay, so I have some time. I'm gonna explain the bricks problem, but it was nice seeing you guys. So have a good night, right? And then you're welcome. You're welcome, CG. You're welcome, Anne-Marie. And those people who want to join the session can immediately click on the link. If you want, you can email me. I'm gonna send you the link again. Okay. So, so very, very cool. Let's think about this problem right over here, right? We were talking about this. Yes, Javina, nice, it was nice seeing you. So I was just talking about this, this bricks problem right over here, but somebody's asking it. So we're gonna explain that problem again, but yes, feel free to hop off if you wanna stay, you're welcome to stay. If you have any questions, definitely ask me about the course. Where's the problem gone now? It was over here somewhere. Yeah, it's over here, right? So let's see what this problem is talking about. Yes, yes, Giorgio. Nice seeing you, Giorgio. Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome, Jasmine. Welcome, Giorgio. Welcome to me. Abdul, welcome. Christiana, nice to see you. Welcome. Yes. Okay, so this problem, guys, what's this problem talking about here? Okay, let's think about this problem very carefully. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain everything, okay? So a carpenter lays X bricks per hour for Y hours. Before that, let me take a problem here and let me do this, okay? I'm gonna do this idea over here. I'm gonna cancel all of this. I'm gonna put lays 10 bricks, okay, for 2 hours, okay? So what do you do here? Lays 10 bricks per hour for 2 hours, right? Which means in the first hour, he lays 10 bricks. In the next hour, he lays 10 bricks. That's easy, right? What do you mean? Like if it's like, let's say it's 7 hours. So how are you gonna do it? 10 times 7, right? 10 times 7. So remember, all you're gonna do is just think about it. Don't even think about it as alphabets. Think about it as 10 bricks in 1 hour. That's what this means. Lays 10 bricks in 1 hour. Don't look at this part yet, okay? Just focus here. A carpenter lays 10 bricks in 1 hour for 7 hours. So 1 hour, 10 bricks, 7 hours, X bricks, right? So you're going to do X times 1 is equal to 7 times 10, right? That's cross multiplying, right? So the same way now, let's now focus on the alphabets, right? Remember, these alphabets are just numbers. So X, remember this was 10 before, this was 7, something like that. So in 1 hour, you are having X bricks, right? You're laying X bricks. So in 7 hours, you're going to lay 7 times X. Let me know if this part is unclear, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to move on. 1 hour, X bricks, 7 hours, 7 bricks, right? 7 plus, sorry, it's X plus X plus X 7 times. So that's 7X. Okay. Now, instead of 7, I'm just going to put Y, right? Y hours. So Y hours, you're just going to do X multiplied by Y. Okay. And that's an important skill. So that becomes XY, right? That's it. That's XY, folks, over here. Now, thanks for your patience. So this part is done. I'm going to cancel it out, move on to the next part. And if you have trouble, let me know with the first part. Second part, same deal. What they're saying is lays X bricks, and there's a little bit of a typo. This should be per hour, okay? X bricks per hour. X over 2 bricks per hour, okay? So in 1 hour, now instead of X, you're getting X over 2, okay? And then and you're doing it for two hours, right? So just ignore this more for now, 2 Y hours. So instead of, remember in the earlier case, you have 1 hour X bricks. Now all you're doing is just X over 2. Just that's the good part about algebra. You just have to copy down whatever is given to you like a robot. Just do the robotic thing, right? Just calculate it. Okay. Now you got in place of Y hours here, you've got 2 Y hours. Right? You've got 2 Y hours. Right? So 2 Y hours. Remember what you did here. You had X bricks for 1 hour, and then Y hours, you just multiply these two numbers, right? The same way, you're going to multiply X over 2 times 2Y. Don't worry what this X over 2, etc. is. Just copy this guy here, copy this guy here, right? Like imagine if this was 1 hour, you had, let's say 45 bricks. And then in 17 hours, how many bricks? So 45 times 17 you would do, right? The same way, right? Now, X over 2 times 2Y. Now, how do you solve this, right? This part, I've just written it down. You can put a 1 over here, right? And then you're going to get, you can do a lot of things here, but think about this piece, okay? Think about this piece like this. How do you do 5 over 2 times 2 times 3 over 1, right? You can multiply them all, but can you not cancel this out like this? 2 times like this. So that's what we're doing here. You're canceling this and this part, right? I don't know if it's clear to you or not. The same way, you can always cancel out these variables like this, right? So that's what we're doing here. You've got X over 2. You just put a fraction over here. Or another way you can do is you can take this and you can write it as 2xy over 2, right? You've got 2xy over 2. So I cross only the 2's over here. I'm not crossing out any variables. I'm crossing out only the 2's. So let's take another example, okay? Let's take a whole new fresh example. Let's say you got 5, right? Let's say you got 5x, right? Multiplied, it's a totally new example. 5x over, let's say, a, some other variable, right? Times b over 5, another variable like y, right? So they're all different variables now. So what happens is, right, you can cancel out this phi in the numerator and denominator, right? You can cancel this out completely. That's the whole idea. You can cancel this and this. And so the answer is x times b, right? X times b over a. So you can cross out these numbers any which way you want, right? So yes, so okay, so coming back, great. So now people have understood this. Now that's why you cancel this, and so you have what you've got remaining is XY. I know this problem is difficult. Usually I don't spend so much time. Usually the class is over at 9:40, right? I gotta go to sleep. I'm in New York City, so it's like 10 o'clock now. I know this problem has given people trouble. That's why this is only one time that I'm spending so much time on this, okay? So now basically that's why this is XY over here, right? So remember, the first piece here, how many bricks have you laid? You've laid XY bricks. The next piece over here, how many bricks have you laid? You've laid X over 2 times 2Y, but this 2 and 2 cancel out, so you get XY, right? So the first time you get XY, you get XY, right? And then you add these two, right? Yes, many people are saying they're starting to understand this. This is great because this is already like a 700 plus problem, okay? So don't worry if you don't understand it, but as soon as this class is over, I'm going to give you the video within a few hours. I just need to process it and then watch this video. It's in the last 10 minutes, right? And then XY plus XY is, you just group them together to get 2XY, right? So that's why, that's the whole idea. That's the reason why you need to do these problems the way they're written, right? So remember, you need to work on these problems. This problem is difficult. Don't worry if you don't get it. There are more important problems you need to work on, right? More important problems, they're all in this piece over here that I've given you, right? This is a harder problem, but remember, there are tons of other problems that I've given you. Try to solve these problems by yourself, okay? Yes, okay, cool. So I hope it's understood. If you haven't, email me and then we can talk about it. But yes, great. So I'll close the session now, right? And then if you have questions, talk to me, okay? So good night, everybody. It was nice seeing you. All right, bye.